Hey, what's happening? This is kind of weird doing like a video where I'm speaking to a camera like directly, because I did this in lockdown, like when I first made YouTube. Now obviously my fan base has grown a lot since then.
We hit 10. A big fat 10.
Put on my Instagram, will send me in questions to a Q&A. I kind of like when people ask me questions and I answer them, because it's kind of fun. Answers might be really fun to listen to. So I decided to do it whilst I'm getting ready. Also, by the way, do not judge the way I do my makeup, because I literally have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm not saying that in a way that's like, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing, and then like I'm Carly Bible or something. Like, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, so obviously there's that whole pandemic thing going on, but Edinburgh stayed in tier 3 whilst my homie's back in Glasgow unfortunately gone to tier 4, which means that cafes and gyms are closing, which is so stupid. Yeah, we're in tier 3, so things are still open during the day, like restaurants and cafes and stuff. But pubs and stuff aren't open to sell alcohol, although they are doing takeaway service. So me and my friend are going to do like a pub crawl at like 4 o'clock, because I'm pretty sure they close at 6, so it is 3:20 right now. So see, this whole pandemic thing has just encouraged day drinking, you know? We're going to do a pub crawl, so I'm just getting ready for that. I will answer the questions during this. So isn't that exciting? This is the best makeup product. This is the only thing I'm going to mention when I do my makeup, but this is the best makeup product ever. Professional. And somebody told me it doesn't work, and I was like, are you fucking... Like, I do have massive pores. You can probably even see them in this light. I have massive pores. Like, I was just one of these people that were blessed or cursed with massive pores. So yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the questions. Somebody said, do you like avocados? The answer to that is, honestly, like, I used to, but now I'm like, nah. They're so sickening. Please don't hate me for saying that. Like, I do understand why people love them, and I have gone through phases where I love them, but it's like a, kind of like a, whoa, I've literally used this whole thing. It's because my pores are so big, like I literally need to do so much professional. Avocados, I'm not the biggest fan, I can't lie to you guys. What's the best way to deal with anxiety? I mean, I wouldn't say I have the best way to deal with anxiety, because I'm quite an anxiety-ridden human being. Maybe that's a good thing to come to me for advice, because I've experienced it, but also maybe the reason I experience it badly is because I don't know how to deal with it. What I do when I'm anxious is usually I get anxious when I'm stressed. So it's usually about like uni work or my job or something going on in my life, like a friendship or a relationship or something that's making me anxious. So normally I would like not think about that thing for a day, or maybe like if it's a friendship, I cut it off, and that cures anxiety in terms of friendship, because you shouldn't be anxious in a friendship really. For uni work, I would take the day off, watch a movie all day. Well, movies aren't that long, like I don't think any movie would last all day, but you know what I mean, watch movies all day and then go back to it the next day and you'll feel fresh. Deep breaths also. Do you prefer Edinburgh or Glasgow? Because I'm from Glasgow but I live in Edinburgh. Easy question, answer it this way every time someone asks me it. I prefer Glaswegian people, but I prefer living in Edinburgh, but most of my friends in Edinburgh are either Glaswegian or from Aberdeen, apart from the select few that are from other places. 1 second, I need to wet my beauty blender. Oh god, I'm so bad at foundation, like I literally don't know how to do it. The answer to that is I do prefer living in Edinburgh, because I do think it's like nicer. Like Glasgow, don't judge me, but like it's kind of depressing. Like it's just not as pretty as Edinburgh, and like the atmosphere in Edinburgh is just a bit nicer, and there's less rain and stuff, and it's kind of sunnier, which is good for your brain, I believe. What do you want to do after uni? Oh my god, this is gonna be so not the right colour. Oh, I have no idea what I want to do after uni. Can you please help me out with that? I don't even know if I'm going to complete uni. Never mind, what am I going to do after it? Like, what am I going to do during it? I actually have no idea. I think I want to maybe go into like journalism or something, but I don't know. So maybe we'll do a postgrad, which is kind of daunting because I literally hate university work. Like, I kind of prefer like actually being on the job. Does that make sense? Than like studying and shit. Like I actually, but see, when I say hate it, I don't mean like how everyone says they hate like studying stuff. Like I actually hate it. It just brings me so much stress. I genuinely think that if I wasn't doing my degree, I would do so much better in like my essays and exams, but it's the fact that like I have to do it, and like it means something that stresses me out and like makes me bad at it. What's something that you've learned during this whole COVID-19 thing and how it has changed you as a person? This is quite a good like question. So I'd say something that changed about me during COVID-19 was that I used to always like get really annoyed about like my routine, So like I'd always be like, why do I wake up, like why do I, because last year I used to wake up at like 11 a.m. or like to like 1 p.m. every day, and like to some people I swear they like don't care, but for some reason it would make me fucking raging at myself. Like I'd actually be like, why can't I wake up earlier? Like why can't I wake up at 8 a.m. or like 6 a.m. or like 4 a.m. and like go on a 10k run in the morning? Like why do I have to wake up at 11 p.m, eat 3 bagels and that's all my meals for the day, and like not do any exercise for 6 months? Like why am I like that? Over like the pandemic I like sorry, when I hit that off my Adam's apple it makes a weird noise. But that's like that fucking TikTok effect. I don't even have TikToks, like I don't actually properly know what that effect is, but you know what I mean. So one thing I learned over pandemic was that like oh my god, I've lost my train of thought. I kind of like got a routine in and like started waking up at normal times and stuff. I realised that like it's not the reason that I found it so difficult to get out of like the waking up at 11 and or like waking up at 1 p.m. was because like I put so much rage and pressure onto myself to wake up earlier. So like I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 7 tomorrow and get like into this routine, but that doesn't work because if your brain's used to waking up at 11, you can maybe get up at 7 one day, but then the week after that you're gonna wake up at like 11 or like even 12 because like you're more tired. So I think the thing I learned was like not being so hard on myself and realizing like if you actually take pressure off yourself, you do actually like, I don't know, kind of it's easier to change your habits. Like you can't do everything all at once. Somebody said 10-year plan and that's literally hilarious. Like, what are you on about? How would I know my 10-year plan? Favourite song at the moment, The End of Everything by Noah Cyrus. The fucking Cyrus family are just like too talented. Like it all started with Achy Jakey Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus and then it just went up from there. I mean it's hard to go up from there, but like or maybe it stayed in the same level, but it definitely didn't plateau. Somebody said, how many cans can you balance on your head? I know they said cans, but I don't really have any cans on me at the moment. What they basically mean is like I've got this talent, right, where I've got like a really flat head. Like I'll show you. Like I don't know why, like I've literally been born and gifted with this talent where like my head's like really flat. Honestly, it's my party trick. Every time I'm at parties and stuff, I will balance things in my head, and I am pretty famous and well known for it in my small circle of friends, which is about 3-4 people. I'm pretty talented. How many cans can I fit in my head? Probably 1, but that's not to do with like lack of balance, that's to do with head diameter. I went to get my eyebrows done, and at the same time I got my acrylics off and got these gel nails on. They're pretty festive. I don't really know why I got that. Guess how much it came to, right? Acrylic take off, gel nails put on, eyebrows tinted and threaded. Pause the video and write down your guess and then comment your guess in the section. Pause the video and write your guess in the section, right? So how much that all came to. Go on, do it, pause, right? Have you written down your answer? If you haven't written down your answer, you have to pause it and write down your answer because I'm about to tell you. The winner will get a prize. £28. £28 for those 3 things. Maybe she got mixed up and like mixed me up with somebody else. I mean, there's no one else in the shop, so that'd be a bit concerning. What's your pet peeve? Oh, I know my pet peeve. Like this seems so obvious, but like people will be like, that's so obvious. We'll be like, they won't even know what I mean. But see, when people play the f***ing victim, I hate it. Like it actually annoys me so much. Like I hate it. Why? It's not like, why can't you accept you're in the wrong? And also like playing the victim is just the worst thing ever, and whoever does that, like that's something that like I don't think I can maintain like a friendship with somebody that plays the victim. If you know someone that does it, they tend to do it a lot, do you know what I mean? Like it's not like happens in one situation. Like somebody that plays the victim will do it in like every situation of their life, so it's like carries on, you know. What kind of trick story do you always tell at parties? So the trick is obviously the cans on the head thing, and the story would be like telling people when I got hit by a car, because like not many people have been hit by a car before, so it's quite interesting when I tell people that. I was obviously fine, by the way, like I'm clearly okay. Biggest regret in life, don't say no regrets. Like I wouldn't say that I have no regrets, like I literally swear I have a regret every day. Like I go through stages where I'm like, oh, like no regrets, like literally everything happens for a reason and shit, and then the next day I'm literally like, why have I ever done anything that I've ever done in my life? Like everything I've done was a dreadful mistake. Like I'm not joking. I literally go in between those 2 feelings. So I might do a YouTube video on Rakuten, like if you'd want to see that, or like comment down below. you know what, don't comment down below, because whenever I say this no one does, so I'm just gonna pretend that like I told you guys not to comment, so like that's why there's no comments on my videos. Have you been in love? Yes. Cute question. Somebody said, do you think men and women are equal? Nah, like I'd definitely say men are better than women. Like obviously men are just literally like genetically smarter and like better in all respects than women. So like I don't know if that's like other people's opinions, but that's mine. What do you do to stay fit?
What do I do to stay fit?
Now I go to the gym like I'd say about 3 times a week, and usually I do 20 minutes of cardio and then legs and abs, and I've just begun to do some arms. I really want to start doing back exercises because like I have a really weak back. I feel like everyone hates their posture, but I genuinely see when I see myself like in a tall mirror, I literally swear I'm a piece of spaghetti. Like I actually am spaghetti. Where do you want to live? I really want to live in probably Cumbernauld, where I'm from. Like I just really like it. Just kidding, I hate Cumbernauld. Literally hate everything about it. I really want to live in, and this sounds like a cliche, but when I say this and when I say I want to live there, I mean I am going to live there. New York City. There's loads of places that I want to live, and I genuinely believe that like, oh my god, this is actually getting too far, but like
happiness comes from within.
I can't believe I just said that. But it actually does, like, I don't think that I'm going to want to live anywhere specific to be happy. Like I like to think that like this whole grass is always greener thing. I don't really have that mindset. Like I'm usually happy in the scenario that I'm in. I just want to live in New York, not because the grass is green over there, it's just like something I want to do. Right now I'm so happy with living in Edinburgh, like it's actually my home, even though I barely leave my flat. Does that make sense? So yeah, New York. I also love Paris, and did I mention Cumbernauld? Somebody said, how have you actually been during lockdown? I'm presuming they meant the first lockdown, and they put emphasis on actually, so it's like, have you actually been during lockdown? Like don't like be like, oh it's been fine, like have you actually been? Yeah, I've been fine. Just kidding. Kind of had a good time in lockdown. Like so basically I've got 2 older brothers, so like what, I'm not gonna mention names, like I'm not gonna at them. I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm just not gonna throw them under the bus like that. If you want to go and work out who my brothers are, you can do that. You can do your own stalking and like work out who they are. Because I'm just not like, I'm not about that. I'm not about naming names. One of my brothers never moved out. Maybe he should get a move on. I hadn't lived at home for almost 2 years because I was in 2nd year uni during lockdown, and my other brother was in 4th year uni when it started, and so he hadn't lived at home for 4 years, so we all hadn't been at home together for like 4 years, like living. So then for 6 months we had this time that we would have never had unless a pandemic happened. And it was like, since like he hadn't lived at home for like 4 years, you know when you're younger and you just kind of don't get on, I don't know, we just all kind of got along during lockdown, so it was nice for my family to, like all of us got really close in lockdown. So my mum's probably going to be crying watching this video. I actually enjoyed lockdown, and yeah, I don't know, a lot of yeah. You can tell me what you think of my makeup. It's not like, I've always just done my makeup basically the same, and I don't have any technique to it. I just put on makeup. Like I'm not into makeup, like let's just face it. Like if I could get away with not wearing it every day, which I basically do, like I don't mean like I get away with it like I'm pretty, I mean like I get away with it as in like I can't be arsed putting it on, do you know what I mean? This is the thing, like everyone with like naturally flat hair wants naturally volumistic hair, and everyone with naturally volumistic hair wants flat hair. So like I just want my hair to be flat 24/7. Like see when it's got this fucking, like why can't you just say, would you ask a guy out on a date? And I would say yes. Like what, is that even a thing? Like would people not ask guys out on dates? I don't think that's weird, in my opinion. In fact, that's not true. Like I know a lot of people that would be like, what? Why would you ask a guy on a date? But I would. Whatever. This cardigan I literally got from Zara yesterday. It was $5.99, not even on sale. Okay. And then I got these jeans from Urban Outfitters, which actually are too small for me because I got a waist 26 because there was no other sizes. I'm too lazy to actually wait for any other sizes to come in. So that's my jeans. I've wanted them for so long. And then my hat. So yeah, that was my Q&A. If you guys liked it, leave a like and a comment and a subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe. Anyone that subscribes gets, I'll transfer them like £15 or something. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, I don't really normally do videos like this anymore. Like, maybe I should start doing them. I just cringe too much at myself, you know. I don't even know if I'll edit this video before I upload it because I'll cringe. Have a nice evening, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Guys, what do you actually think of this hat though?